Breathing practices are among the oldest and the most effective self-soothing, self-regulating practices that there are. Because the breath is, even though it comes from one system, your lung system, your pulmonary system, the act of breathing is a very effective way of having that breath talk to every other system in the body. Every part of you is involved and responding to every single breath you take. So we're going to do a practice that helps you use your breath as a really effective way of beginning to re-regulate, resynchronize not only your digestive system, but every other system in your body. Think a little bit about two different types of breathing that we all have. Our aim today is to help you learn how to breathe from the diaphragm. When you're exerting yourself physically in the gym or anything else that involves the physical body, you're going to shift to different breathing muscles. When you're worried, when you're anxious, when you're under significant stress, you're using a second muscle system. We're going to help bring online your breathing from the diaphragm, and we're going to turn off the shoulder breathing and the rib cage chest wall breathing that is so common for so many of the people that I see that have IBS. They don't even recognize that they've stopped doing belly-based breathing, and they're locked into a stress breathing pattern. So as a way of coaching yourself on how to breathe from the diaphragm, a simple way to do this is to put one hand over your chest. You might touch your thumb to your collarbone and then let your hand lay down on your chest. I like to use the right hand so that the tips of my fingers are touching the area over my heart. With the other hand, your left hand, take your thumb and find that space, that pit, right at the base of your ribs, and then from there, allow the hand to fall flat, and it'll be lying down over the area of the belly, the abdomen, that will move in and out when you're breathing from the diaphragm. Chest breathing, you'll find that the belly is not moving much at all, but you're moving the upper chest in and out. Like that, even if it's quieter than I'm demonstrating right now. But when you're breathing from the belly or from the diaphragm, the chest will become fairly still, but the belly will move in and out without flexing those belly muscles. What's moving the belly in and out is that as the diaphragm drops down into the abdomen, it pushes your belly organs, the abdominal organs, forward. It works a little bit like a bellows. When you breathe in, the diaphragm drops, the belly protrudes. When you breathe out, the belly flattens, the diaphragm comes up. So I'm going to demonstrate this for you now. We'll breathe together for about a minute. But I want you to recognize that you don't have to only do this when you're sitting and looking at this video. I encourage you to find a time to really commit to picking a time of day. It might be in the morning before you get out of bed. It might be after lunch before you begin your afternoon work. It might be when you come home at the end of the day, or perhaps in bed at night before you go to sleep. We'll talk in a different video about the benefits of each of those times of day, but my point right now is just to begin to establish that kind of routine so that you can begin to retrain your body and all the systems in your body in a consistent way that your body begins to look forward to, and it begins to undo old IBS habits and put you on a path to begin to establish more effective, more easily managed IBS symptom patterns. So as I do this, I'm going to put that hand, my lower hand, my left hand, down on my belly. The upper hand will just lay down over my chest. And to start with, take in a nice deep breath from your chest and from your belly, holding that breath in your lungs, and then very slowly exhaling, like this. Holding and then releasing. Some people call that a cleansing breath. You can do that 2 or 3 times. As you do, focus on exhaling longer than the inhale. So if you're breathing in for 4, you might breathe out for 6. If you're breathing in for 6, breathe out for 8 or even 10, and so forth. And actually, as you settle in and settle down, you may find that the in and the out breath become even longer, and you can begin to reconnect to natural rhythms that can help put you into position to have IBS symptoms calm down and quiet down. Here we go. We're going to focus on breathing from the belly. For me, it's easier when my eyes drift closed. Just continuing, breathing in, pausing, and breathing out. Longer on the exhale than on the inhale. As you can begin to notice the way you can use your breath as a portal a portal of entry using one system. The pulmonary, respiratory, lung system. To send a really powerful message to every other part of your body. To settle down. We'll talk later about how this practice is so effective at tuning what's called vagal tone, a multi-system message. But for now, daily practice, ideally at the same time each day, and I'll reconnect with you again soon.